Yes, yes, okay? You're gonna eat him up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, okay? Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. We're talking about 25 books that I loved in the year of 2025. Now this was really hard to do because I didn't have that many 5-star reads, and like even the 4 stars, I was like, I don't know if I would put this on this list. So it's kind of like towards the end. It was getting a little rough. I do have 25 books here to talk about. I guess let's get started. Number 1, I put Onyx Storm. I don't think this is a surprise to anybody because I absolutely love the Empyrean series, so it's not shocking that I rated Onyx Storm a 5-star. Basically, this is a romantasy, and it's the 3rd book in the Empyrean series, so it follows Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. This whole book, I was just like, oh my god, I just needed to know what was gonna happen next. That cliffhanger at the end, oh my god, I need the next book like ASAP. I can't wait. Also, side note, I don't know if I like these classes or not. Usually I have different glasses, but these ones are a little different, and they kind of like make me feel like I'm Harry Potter or something, and I don't know if that's a good thing, but anyways, I don't know if I like these classes or not. So number 2, I put Quicksilver. I also rated this a 5-star, and I am honestly happy about it. I don't know. Now the fact that this is so high up and I read this like towards the end of the year is crazy, since I was in a big reading slump towards the end of the year, so I didn't think I would find anything worthwhile. But Quicksilver was a really good one. I got it recommended to me by my friend, and I finally picked it up because Brimstone was coming out, so I was like, oh, why not? So I'm very happy that he did. Obviously rated a 5-star. It's a part of the Fae and Alchemy series. It's the very first book. The second book is Brimstone, and then the 3rd book comes out November of 2026, so I'm very excited. Basically, Quicksilver is about this girl named Saris. She lives in the Silver City, and she gets caught stealing something, which is not good, so she gets taken to the dungeons and is like entranced by this sword type of thing, and she picks up the sword and it awakens a pool of Quicksilver, and a fae comes out of the pool of Quicksilver and brings her to the fae realm, and she never knew that there was actually fae. She just thought it was a myth and a legend and whatever, and so she's like shocked the whole time, and so she's navigating a new world. She learned that she's now an alchemist, and so she's trying to learn how to deal with that, and yeah, she does a bargain with Kingfisher, and yeah, just also romantasy. So number 3, I put Rewind It Back. This is a part of the Windy City series. I absolutely love this series. It's a god tier series for me. I think about this series all the time. Rewind It Back is the last book of the series, so it's Mile High, The Right Move, Caught Up, Play Along, and then Rewind It Back. And I think this one is my favorite out of the series. I'm not 100% sure. I will be doing a reread of the entire series sometime this year, so I can get back to you guys on that. I don't know, maybe it's just because it's so fresh in my mind. I mean, not fresh, but it's definitely fresher than the other 4 books. But anyways, this is a romance book, more specifically a hockey romance book. This is about Rio and Hallie. It's a second chance romance. He plays hockey. She's a interior designer. Well, starting to be an interior designer, and basically she gets hired to renovate his house, but he doesn't know that it's her until she shows up, and then yeah, rekindle things. It's also dual timeline, so it goes from past to present. I love that. The book that actually got me into reading was Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren, and that's also past and present timeline. So maybe that's why I love past and present timeline. I don't know. But yeah, that never steers me away. But I know that a lot of people don't like it. Still, 5 stars. Love it, love it, love it. I was so sad that the series was over. Next, I put Wild and Wrangled. This is a part of the Rebel Blue Ranch series. It's also the last book in the series. This is a cowboy romance. I think I also rated this a 5-star. So there's Done and Dusted, Swift and Saddled, Lost and Lassoed, and Wild and Wrangled. I think Wild and Wrangled is for sure my favorite of the book, of all the books. It's actually like a close, like I think it's like a tie with Lost and Lassoed. The last 2 books are definitely my favorites. Wild and Wrangled, cowboy romance, also a second chance romance, also dual timeline. Everything I love, everything I love. Oh my god. She's a single mom. He's been pining after her since they were fucking in high school. Yes, I highly recommend it because you can see how much Dusty cares for Cam so much throughout this book. It's absolutely amazing. Number 5, I put Fragile Sanctuary, also a 5 stars. This is a part of the Sparrow Falls series. This is actually the first book in the series. I have not read any of the other books in the series, so I do not have a favorite, but I absolutely love this book. I was captured by it from the very beginning because this is a romance, but also a mystery. The whole time they're also trying to solve something, and it's actually pretty entertaining. It had me hooked the whole time because I was not expecting what was happening. Something got revealed. You thought it was that? You're wrong. It's this. And I was like, what? But anyways, I absolutely loved it. But there was also like 2 mysteries at the same time, too. And I was like, what? All while they were falling in love, too. I loved it enough that I bought the next book and I was gonna pick it up, and I'm probably gonna pick it up sometime soon. Number 6, I put A Court of Silver Flames. I rated this one a 4.5. This is a part of the ACOTAR series. It's the last book, so there's A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and then A Court of Silver Flames. Oh my god, that's a mouthful. But anyways, this is also a romantasy. This is the last book of the series, so I'm not going to say too much, but it is in a different point of view than the rest of the series. Like I will say, first 3 books were in Farah's point of view, and then the 4th book was in everyone's point of view, and now this one is Nesta's point of view, which is the sister of Farah. I know that a lot of people did not like A Court of Silver Flames because they did not like Nesta. I was indifferent. I never felt some type of way about Nesta. Like, yeah, at the beginning of Court of Thorns and Roses, I was kind of frustrated with Nesta, but I never felt some type of way about her for the rest of the series. I was just like, okay, she's just there. So I did enjoy the last book. There is a lot more spice in it, I think, than the rest of the series. There is a lot of action in it as well, though, because Cassian is teaching her how to fight and basically like training her every single day. She's also like, she's working in a library because she got punished. So there's like lots of things going on still. So if you haven't finished the series because of this book, don't let it deter you. Like, I think you should still read it, in my opinion. I really did enjoy it. And apparently, like, this book helps you if you want to read Crescent City. I don't know yet. I haven't even started Throne of Glass yet, but... Number 7, I put Fearless by Lauren Roberts. This one, I think I rated it a 5 or 4.5, something like that. This is the last book of the Powerless series. I actually completed a lot of series, wow. Yeah, the Powerless series, so it's Powerless, and then there's a little novella, Powerful, and then there's Reckless, and then Fearless, and then there is Fearful, which is another novella afterwards, but that's irrelevant. Fearless, though, is the last book of the Set trilogy, and I feel like it did answer a lot of questions that a lot of people were having towards the end of Reckless, so that's good. I know with Reckless, a lot of people, including myself, didn't enjoy it as much just because there was a lot of repetitive and it was just like a filler book, so I was very happy that this one was different in a way, because there was a lot more action, there was a lot more things happening, because you were like you wanted questions answered, and she delivered that. I'm not gonna say too much about this book, but the very first book is about Peyton, and she gets put into this challenge that's designed for elites, which are basically people with powers. And she is not an elite, she's an ordinary, which she has to keep hidden because being an ordinary is bad and you get killed for being an ordinary because you're weakening the kingdom. Okay, so she gets put in these trials, and she has to pretend like she's an elite. That's all I'm gonna say. That's about the first book. And just saying, the MMC, yes, okay? You're gonna eat him up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, okay? One of my favorite book boyfriends. So, take that with what you will. Yeah. Number 8, I put Redeeming 6 by Chloe Walsh. Well, 8 and 9 is Redeeming 6, and Saving 6, they are together. These are the 3rd and 4th book in the Boys of Tommen series. There's Binding and then Keeping 13, Saving and Redeeming 6, and then Taming 7 and Releasing 10. I have not read Taming 7 or Releasing 10 yet. I'm really wanting to, though, but I'm kind of scared. These two are about Joey and Aoife, and basically they've been together for a very long time. They're navigating their relationship, and Joey deals with a lot of heavy drug abuse because of his home life is not the greatest. So he abuses drugs a lot, and so Aoife is kind of getting tired of it but still trying to help him, and he keeps pushing her away, and it's just, yeah. If you go in to reading Boys of Tommen, just know that there is a lot of heavy topics. They might be considered YA. I mean, they used to be. They're not anymore, I don't think, but even, like, don't listen to that. It's not YA at all. There's a lot of heavy topics. Check your trigger warnings because this is sad. But yeah, I love them. I think I read the 2 books in just a few days, and that's saying something since they're thick books. They were both 5 stars as well. Number 10 is Wisteria by Adeline Grace. This is the last book in the Belladonna trilogy. Belladonna, Foxglove, and then Wisteria, and then there is a novella after, Holly. I haven't read that one yet, but I will, don't you worry. Wisteria is a gothic romantasy. This is about Blythe. This is a different point of view than the first 2 books as well. Belladonna and Foxglove is about Cigna, and then Wisteria is about Blythe, which is Cigna's cousin. So yeah, she gets put into an arranged marriage. She's not happy about it. She's also a sassy queen, considering the time era that this is in as well. It's kind of frowned upon, and I love that she's still sassy, even though she's not allowed to be. But yeah, it was such a good time. I cried towards the end. Please read this. It's so underhyped. It's crazy. This entire trilogy. Please, 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 please read it. Thank you. 11, I put P.S. I Hate You. This is a romance. I rated this a 5 star as well. It's about, I don't remember their names off the top of my head, but this girl, her brother passed away, and so she's at his funeral, and every person that he cares about gets a letter from him. I think he had cancer or something like that, and so while he was like in the hospital, he was writing these letters and addressed them to people to be given out at his funeral, and everyone has a letter but her, and she's like, what the hell? But apparently she has to share her letter with the brother's best friend, which still happens to be her ex-boyfriend as well. And basically the letter says that they have to travel the world together in 8 different destinations that he's never been to, because he loves traveling, but since he never got to these places, he wants them to enjoy it for him. And basically every place that they go to, they have to open a new letter and do what it says to do and then spread the ashes there. It is so good. It's a second chance. I was actually like, I loved the entire time. I have a Pinterest board for it, if that means anything. Number 12, I have Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. This is the first book in this series. I don't remember what it's called. Is it Into Darkness trilogy? Something. This is the first one, and then there's a second one called Caught Up, and then a third one that's going to be coming out called Game On. This is a dark romance but also rom-com. If you're wondering how that's possible, I don't know. Just think dark romance, so like dark topics, like he stalks her, yada yada yada, but then he's very funny, so there's certain points where you're just like actually laughing. Weird, but it works. So he's actually on TikTok as a masked man, and she's a nurse, and at the end of her day, every single day, likes his videos and comments on them and blah 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 blah. He gets obsessed with her and stalks her. Yeah, I know. It's right up your alley, right? 13, I put Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. This is a mystery thriller, and basically she gets attacked on Halloween night. She's obviously found unconscious, gets to the hospital, and when she wakes up out of her coma, she has 2 options to take. The first option is to go under surgery and whatever, but there's a like 90% chance that she's gonna live, right? Or that she's gonna die. So it's a very high chance that she's just gonna die on that table, right? Or the second option is that she doesn't take the surgery, but there's 100% chance that she's gonna die in a week. Okay, so her parents are like, you're gonna do the surgery, you're gonna do the surgery, and she's like, I'm not doing the surgery. She doesn't take the surgery, so she's gonna die in a week, and she takes that week to solve her murder. Yeah, so cool. I enjoyed the whole time. What? I enjoyed it the whole time. I was rooting for her. Yeah, I cried towards the end, which is saying something since it's a freaking mystery book. What the hell? Number 14, I put The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. This is not a surprise. I rated it a 5 star. I wasn't actually surprised by this because I did read The 7-Year Slip a few years ago, and I also rated that a 5 star, and I really loved it. I loved her writing. I loved the magical realism of it all. And so I really wanted to pick up The Dead Romantics, and I did during the fall time, and I loved it. This girl is a ghostwriter for someone, and she's like missing a deadline for the novel, obviously, and her boss is not very happy about it. And so she's like spiraling. She goes to the bar and whatever, and then she ends up like kind of hooking up with her boss, I guess. But then she gets a phone call. Her father passed away. So now she has to go back to her hometown and deal with the whole funeral, blah, 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 blah. But apparently, she can see dead people. And apparently, while she was dealing with the funeral stuff, or like right when she got to the house that she grew up in, apparently the boss got hit by a car and died. Okay, so now she opens the door and it's her boss standing there, but as a ghost. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Oh my god, that is fun. So anyways, she's talking to her dead boss the whole time, and then yeah, you can read it to figure it out. Number 15, I put Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Yeah, I don't know. I rated this a 4.5. I was pleasantly surprised. I honestly never read anything by Ashley Boston by Ali Hazelwood, and so I was like pleasantly surprised. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like shocked because a lot of people love Ali Hazelwood, so I'm not shocked, but I'm also just like confused as to why I've been avoiding her books for so long. But anyways, after reading this book, I immediately went to go get Mate, and I'm very excited to read that book. But I literally ate this up. I ate it up. This is about Misery Lark. She's a vampire, and she gets put into an arranged marriage with Lo, who is a werewolf. So obviously they're clashing. They're not good for each other. They're enemies. But she gets put into an arranged marriage, so then the vampires and the werewolves can have peace, I guess. And she agrees to it because she wants to find her friend who disappeared one day, and she thinks that Lo has something to do with it. So it was so good. Number 16, I put Bewitched. This is perfect for the fall time. See, this is where it was kind of like getting a little trickier to figure out, because like I wouldn't normally put Bewitched on like a list or whatever, just because it's really set in a certain time, right? Like, at least for me, I would only read it in the fall, right? Whereas everything else that I've read so far is good at any time. This is obviously a witch book. She's a witch, but every time that she casts a spell, she loses a little bit of her memory. So obviously that's not good, okay? So she really wants to be a part of this coven, like this school coven thing. But they keep declining her because they're like, you keep losing your memories when you cast a spell that's not working. So anyways, she goes again for like the 5th time or something like that, and they're like, you know what? If you come back and you do an assignment and you get a familiar, then sure. So she books a flight, like a random fucking flight, while she's drunk, and things unfold. Number 17, I put Caught Up by Navessa Allen. Again, this one was a little tricky because I did rate it a 4.5, but I wouldn't say it was like my fave of the year. I don't know. Like, I did like it, but not as much as Lights Out, in my opinion. Okay, it's my opinion. This is also a dark romance. It's not really a comedy as much as Lights Out, which is what I was kind of looking for, you know? I was expecting the same vibes, but different, right? But it wasn't that. Not in a bad way. It's just what I was expecting, so I got disappointed in that way. But if you're not expecting it, then you should be fine. You should be fine. But it's a dark romance. He's in the mafia. She's a OF girl, and so he stalks her through that. But it's also a second chance romance because they had a thing when they were in high school, so that's fun. Number 18, I put Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Again, this one was really hard. I think I rated it a 4.5, something like that. It's a cute little rom-com, but it's not like a thing that I would like want to reread, I don't think. I do want to read the next one. This girl has never been in a relationship, I don't think, and her neighbor gets into a fake relationship with her because she wants to make someone else jealous. And so he's like showing her like all these things and whatever, and like doing cute little movie like rom-com type of things with her, and it's so cute. And yeah. 19, I put Bookshops and Bone Dust. This one I put down because I was pleasantly surprised by it, because I don't like cozy fantasies, and this is obviously a cozy fantasy, and I was pleasantly surprised by it because I enjoyed it, whereas other cozy fantasies I did not. So I don't remember what it's about though. 20 is Bespelled. It's the second book after Bewitched. This one does end on a cliffhanger, so I would highly suggest waiting until the third book comes out, which I think is this year. So just be warned. 21, I put The Summer I Turned Pretty, the whole trilogy. I think I just liked it because it was also an experience, because at the same time I was watching the show, so like the whole experience was what did it for me. But I think I rated every single book a 4-star. I don't know, it's a love triangle. I don't really like love triangles, so I'm sure you guys know what this book is about by now. 22, I put God of Ruin by Rena Kent. This is a dark romance, so again, check your trigger warnings. I put this one because it's a little different than the rest of the series, but it's still pretty much the same as the rest of the series as well. 23, This Spells Love. It's a cute little rom-com type of thing. She casts a spell by accident, and her world gets turned completely upside down, so the whole book she's trying to like reverse the spell, and then she's like, I don't know if I want to, and then it's like a whole thing. But I really did like it. 24, Little Stranger. It's also a dark romance. This one's really, really dark, so check your trigger warnings. Okay, I'm warning you. But it's literally like so small. It's like 200 pages. It's quick, easy. Yeah, I did like it. And then 25, Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. This one was a little hard because I was really disappointed by this one. I loved her books. I read Yours Truly and Just for the Summer, and I rated them both 5 stars. This one I rated a 4, which is not that bad, but considering that I loved the other ones, I was a little disappointed with this one. But it was still pretty good. I don't know. Sorry for rushing at the end. I'm running out of time. I need to really figure out this storage situation, but yeah. Those are the 25 books that I loved in 2025. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace.